What you guys, got another video here for you. If you hate Windows updates, then you can do this trick that I'm going to show you here. Now, I'm not suggesting that you do this trick before everyone starts jumping in the comments section how Windows updates are so important. Yes, they are, and you are correct. But if you're one of these people that do want to block Windows updates or pause Windows updates for up to 20 years, then this video is for you. For instance, you can see here we have Windows updates running in the background here. It's going to start pulling these updates down. Once they start coming down, you can't stop this process because obviously it's starting to download and install them. Believe it or not, there is quite a few people that do actually turn off Windows updates and they're not interested in Windows updates whatsoever. Those people may be gamers or they may be people that just don't care and are willing to run the risk without Windows updates. Also, another thing I wanted to point out here is on metered connections. I always see people saying just toggle on metered connections and it stops Windows updates. As you can see here, it's not stopping the Windows updates coming down. We have got a download here of 6%. As you can see, I've already toggled on the download updates over metered connections right here. I've toggled this on just to show you. And theoretically, this should stop Windows updates, but it won't because it's going to continue to download and install updates over a metered connection. As you can see, in a second, it should continue to download. There you go. It's now starting to install that update. The download is still stuck at 6%, but I just want to show you, there we go. It's now starting to download, and that is still on a metered connection. So that is not a reliable way of stopping Windows updates. What I will show you is a simple trick that you can do, which will allow you to completely pause updates. Now, the downfall side is if you use this method, it's going to completely pause all updates. That is feature updates and security updates. So if you are going to be doing this method, it will block all updates, which is not advisable. And I'm not advising you do it. But for those people that do want to do it, then you can just follow this simple step. Let's go ahead and do it right here. All I need to do is open up the registry editor here. I'm just going to quickly show you here that we have this set to 5 weeks, and that's the maximum paused method that you can use for paused updates. Again, this is going to pause all updates, security updates, and it's going to pause feature updates. It's not advisable to do it this way. It's always advisable to use Group Policy Editor to control what updates you want to block, i.e. if you want to block, say, feature updates, you can do only. That's what you can do with Group Policy. So let's type Registry Editor or regedit inside the search and open up the Registry Editor and navigate to this location right here. So we're going to go H key local machine. Then we're going to go Software, Microsoft, and then we're going to come all the way down to Windows Update, and it should be down here. So let's go down to Windows Update, select that option, and then we can move on down to UX. Open this up here, and there should be one called UX right there. Open that up and go to Settings. So that's the path there at the bottom of the screen. You can see it on the screen there. So once we're on the Settings panel here, what we need to do is go over to the right hand side here. So make sure you're on Settings and you've gone to that path, and there's the path right there up the top. So we're going to right click in the blank space right here, and we're going to go to New dword 32-bit value. So we need to give this entry a name. So let's go ahead and give it a name. So I'm going to call this Flight Settings Max and then pause days. That's what I'm going to call it. So let's go ahead and do that right here. And once we've got that entry put in, we then can put in some data. So we've got that done. As you can see right here, we can now double click on that entry, and we need to give it a value name here. So let's go ahead and do that. So value, we need to put in here 0000 and then 1C84. That's what you need to put in here. Just like so. And then we can click OK. and that entry has now been completed. I'll put it up on the screen so you can see it more clearly. Once you've got that entry in there like so, click OK. And now what we can do is you can close off the registry editor. Let me just quickly drop that down into the taskbar there. And we can now go to the Start button, go to Settings, and then Windows Updates. Let's go there. And now look at the Paused Updates section, and you can see we have 20 years of paused updates here. So basically, if you go right to the very end, it will pause it for 20 years, which will obviously be the end of life for that operating system, because by then Microsoft would have released a newer version of Windows. So if you select that option, you can see right up the very top here, which is 2045, which is a long way away. I wouldn't suggest you do this, but again, there is people out there that do some wacky stuff, and they will do this sort of stuff because they don't run updates on their system for whatever reason. And that is just one way you can actually block updates for 20 years on a Windows computer. Basically, it will not receive updates once you've done these because you've paused them, and it's just like a 20-year pause. Now, what you could do is use this to resume and just pause for a short period if there's major issues with some form of update that Microsoft are forcing down the pipe and it's causing PCs problems. You can quickly pause it, and you might want to pause it for, say, 5 weeks or 10 weeks or something of that nature. It's not going to hurt the PC. You're not going to be at great risk if you pause the PC for, say, 5 weeks or 4 weeks or 10 weeks or something like that, because all you're doing is protecting yourself and stopping you from having issues from Microsoft. It's much better to block a single file rather than block all files, because Microsoft do roll out updates, and sometimes it's just generally one particular update file that is causing an issue. You can pause that or hide that from the update list, and it will update all the rest of the updates that Microsoft are pushing down to you. But again, this is just a method to block updates completely for 20 years. If you want to use that method, let me know in the comment section down below whether you're one of those people that actually block all updates from Microsoft. I'd be interested to read your comments. And you can resume updates at any time and pause them at any time by just clicking on the pause button and also a resume button. It will just pause and resume updates, and you can choose what length of time you want to pause updates for. It's that simple. Anyway, I think that's going to be about it. My name has been Brian from BritecComputers.co.uk. Just want to say a quick shout out to all my YouTube members who join my YouTube members group, whether you're in tier 1, tier 2 or tier 3, and you've supported me in one of those categories. I really do appreciate the support. If you haven't joined our Discord server yet, the link is in the video description. I will see you over there for a chat, or I'll see you in the very next video. Thanks again for watching, and have a lovely day, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.